government. Well, joining us to discuss this vital topic, surrounding the months-long, first relationship over the co-hit countries with the regional bloc, is a seasoned academician, immediate past immediate past chairman of ASU Benin chapter, and he is also a chemist and the HOD of the chemistry department, University of Benin, and he is Professor Julius Iyasele. Thanks for joining me, Julius.
Thank you for having me this morning. Good morning, viewers.
A whole lot has been said.
Yes.
The months-long tension between these co-hit countries with the regional bloc, ECOWAS,
yes,
and the challenges that are coming up over the withdrawal. A lot has been said concerning what could be the side effect, or what could be, the ripple effect as a result of the withdrawal of these co-hit countries from ECOWAS. What are your thoughts along this line?
Yes, I'm worried that it is now that we are beginning to talk about this. I'm worried that it is now that even the rest of our ECOWAS countries, maybe the Anglophone, are beginning to think about this. For a very long time now, these countries have been brought in war in terms of what I mean by coup, military coup and all that, highly infested, since 2020 and all of that. And then nobody had talked. To the extent, not too long, a kind of alliance was formed by this country in terms of even security. You understand? These are Sahel countries, and they are bordered by geography and all of that. And by even simple language and all that, they have something going for them in unity. And they are all military head of state. Remember, they were almost luring even Senegal into all this. They tried even Nigeria. You understand? If you remember, remember the broadcast and all that, what were we doing? We're allowing, a sickly person to become president here and all that. But the reason for all of this is because when salt loses its saltiness, it ain't any salt anymore. It appears that the situation of ECOWAS now. The real reason for the formation of ECOWAS is this what is still going on. The Pan-Africanism that gave birth to OAU and even ECOWAS, is it still being followed? And so now, out of 15, you have 3 out. And then you still have 5 more that are French colonies out of that. You have just only 5 Anglophone, and then you have 3 that are Portuguese speaking. And so the fear is that the other countries might funnel into this alliance between Burkina Faso, Mali, and then Niger. You understand? Because they have the same language, and then Sahel, the situation in terms of hunger and squalor is the same all over there. And then these people are taking destinies in their hands. But they warned earlier that what are other members of ECOWAS doing? They saw the pummeling and plundering of the commonwealth of these countries by their colonial master. And then this has gone on ending and all that. And nobody ever got worried about this. And so what we are now saying is the ripple effect, like you have said, of neglect or negligence of the foundational reason for the formation of ECOWAS.
Let's see what led us here.
Yes.
Now, the coup that took place in these countries, and of course, the sanctions meted out by ECOWAS.
Yes.
Because like what the countries said
yes.
Via their government was that they were no longer having support from ECOWAS.
Yes.
And also the inhuman treatment and sanctions, coup-related sanctions meted out on them.
Yes.
If we take a look, a retrospect
yes.
on how it happened,
yes.
would you say that ECOWAS did wrong for the actions it took in terms of meting out these sanctions on these countries? Very
well. Do you think that those people just came out one day as a fashion and decided to carry out coup? Have they found, are they tried to find out what is in the minds of citizens of these countries? Do you just foist a kind of governance on the people, insisting it must be democracy? There are so many other countries around these other countries, even including ours, where people at the time had suggested even this military government returning back. You understand? Some people had suggested even the colonial master returning back because of...
Those could be anti-progressives.
Yes, no, anti-progressives. No, you know the pains that people are going through. You're under a system of governance and yet nothing is changing.
But if you can imagine, the dark days of colonization,
how dark
days of interregnum in politics,
yes,
that is not a way to look at.
How dark were the days when you can still find electricity and people can find 3 square meals and all that, move out on the roads free without being kidnapped and killed? So how dark compared to where we are now? And that is why people are yearning for this.
All right. I think we're going to be taking a short break. A lot we're going to be looking at. There's just a tip of the iceberg. And we're going to be extending the frontiers of this discussion after this quick break. Don't you go away.